So in this video, I thought it'd be interesting to talk about my experience of being invited to attend the 2019 symposium at the International Ceramics Studio in Kecskemét, Hungary. So I was at this symposium for roughly over 3 weeks. Yeah, so I guess the whole purpose of this International Ceramics Studio is for artists working with clay to go and experiment and try new things. And from looking at their website, it says that they're located 80 kilometers south of the Hungarian capital Budapest. So yeah, it was pretty simple, pretty easy to get there. So in total, I think there were 12 artists, all working with clay. Most of them working within sculpture, and I think one person working with tableware. If you want to check out those artists, feel free to watch a video that I linked to this video. It was a video that I took of the exhibition that we all took part in this symposium at the end of the event. This was my first visit to Hungary. I'd never been there before. It was a very different experience, and I always really like the opportunity to visit another country because, you know, you can get to see a different culture, immerse yourself in a different language, different way of doing things, and just experience something new. So when it came to deciding, what I was going to make, I kind of had an open mind, really, because, I knew that it was only going to be a short time, and realistically, I knew that I wouldn't be able to make my standard sculptures that I usually make, because they usually take quite a long time to make, because they go through multiple firings to get to the end result. And so I knew, so I knew with this symposium I wouldn't be able to do that really, just with the time constraint. And also I've been to some events like this in the past, and you also kind of get to understand that there's lots of other artists sharing the studio space, and so there's kind of limited kiln space, and everyone wants to do their firing and get work done. So I had that in mind as well. So before I arrived, I had an idea that I would just make some ceramic sculpture using a single firing, and that's basically just making a clay sculpture that can just be fired in the kiln once. Just because I knew it'd be a bit of a challenge probably to do multiple firings with so many artists, sharing a limited number of kilns. So I had that in mind before I came out there, and I think I wanted to use the time there to be experimental and try and work in a different way. And I realised that the materials there were different. I was using stoneware, but still the materials were slightly different. So it took me a bit of time just to get used to those materials and the environment. But I was thinking just to experiment and just try something different. I was still using the potter's wheel to create forms like cylinders and spheres and cutting them up and joining together. But I was really interested, I think, at the time of exploring kind of new forms, maybe like a hybrid form of for example, like these spheres and then a cone joining together. And it was just kind of more kind of experimental, really. Obviously I was trying to get to a finished result, but I wasn't really pressured. I mean, I was still pressurizing myself to create something, but I was trying to keep it kind of open and kind of experimental. I think the biggest challenge for me doing this symposium was the time, because there was limited time. It really forced me to work quickly and try and produce something, and also being thrown into an unfamiliar environment with a new language and new ways of doing things and new materials to work with. That was also pretty challenging. But I guess it also provides a kind of new opportunity to discover something new. And I always find experiences like this, they always do that, because you go into a new environment, it's out of your comfort zone from your studio, and it just placed into this new environment with new materials, and you're kind of having to relearn again. So that's definitely one of the challenging aspects about this symposium. But I think that provided it just provided a new opportunity to learn, and from that, I just learned a bit more about myself, a bit more about my working process, and gave me some new ideas and just ways of working. So that's definitely the positive that came from it. I think it was an interesting experience just to be in a new environment, and it just gets you thinking, and being surrounded by other people and other artworks. It was an interesting experience. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you find the content enjoyable. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.